plug? This? So how was the test? Let me see. It looks like it did weld.
Yeah.
And it works off the generator.
Yeah.
So this is a successful test. And the table works for you too?
Yeah, well, you see it's conductive.
So we're good. So you need to use a metal table. I thought it was just because everything was so hot and welding. You need it to be conductive too?
Don't you see it?
Yeah.
If it's negative, that's a positive.
Oh, let me see. Let me get that on film. So you hook up the table, the negative, the ground.
The ground, that's the ground. And this is effectively the positive.
Oh, I
so
see.
When these two touch, this is also conductive with a flux inside of it. So that way, when you are doing this, when you see how I'm getting my chops there, you know,
You're starting to get the feel for it.
Getting the so that way I can beat it.
This does not look easy to do.
It is not. It's like,
this is why not everyone can weld.
That's why there's schools for it. Okay. You learn how to drag that electrode across the place, but when you're doing stick welding, when it wants to stick there, so that's why you're just kind of like raking it across, because when you see the sparking, it's stuck there. I can't, you know, if I stay there too long, it's gonna sit there and it's gonna just it's gonna close the circuit. You don't want to close the circuit. You want to use the fact that it's getting so hot in the tip that it is melting the material into that.
That's cool. So are we gonna try the map, or are we gonna just
the map welding?
Okay, I'm gonna pause this for
basically the welding rig here. I have a 70 amp 115 volt stick welder, and it has two settings. This is the low, goes 15 amps. This is a high, it goes 20 amp. Now I have in the home shop, I have 15 amp service. However, just because you have 15 amps, it doesn't mean that you can actually use 15 amps. If I had a much higher, say 30, that's where I would start with the 15 amp welding. Otherwise, the circuit is going to get really hot, and as you saw when I was welding, you are sticking this, so you're closing the circuit, so you're effectively doing a short circuit. You don't want to play around with that. I mean, there's certain shops have much higher amperage and better breakers, and when they have better breakers, you can play around with this stuff. So instead, I have 20 amps on this generator. I need to use generator anyway, and welding outdoors is a lot better than welding indoors. So this is working very well for this purpose. So I'm going to turn now to a different type of welding. Now we have a propane welding, and we have MAP welding. So,
and these are both different kinds of gas, right?
Yeah, much different.
And the MAP lets you do higher temperatures, correct?
Yes.
So you can do things like aluminum with the MAP, which you can't do with the propane.
Correct. Now, I don't know what happened. When I went to the store, I had picked up some aluminum sticks, and I forgot to put them in the cart, and now I'm regretting it.
Oh, you didn't get those?
No. I only have that other stuff.
That's okay, so we can just...
I don't know if they have that in...
They should have that in like Lowe's and stuff like that.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
We can always go to Northern Tool. They should have it. If any of you people hear us from these places, we'll take stuff. Right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Now, it's not selling out.
We just need stuff.
We just need stuff. I mean, if we have the stuff to play around with, we will definitely do tutorials, and we will work with any advertiser that wants to work with us.
Because we're not paid for this.
No. And as time goes by, YouTube is helping less and less and less. So it's going to come a time where there won't be any free videos out there, because you can't just like have a company just get rich off of the work that you do and you're not getting compensated in any way.
I hear it. I saw it too. Ooh. It automatically lights up.
It automatically lights up. This is one of the cool things about this type.
Can we give a shout out about this?
Oh, shout out to
because we got this at Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
And the price was a lot better than other places we had been.
Oh, definitely.
So if you need one of these rigs, what was it, like $49?
This was less than that.
It was like 40 something.
Yeah,
it was only, and everywhere else I've seen it, the kit was like 90 something.
Yeah, it was very expensive.
So this was a good deal because it came with everything. And I think you can change those tips if you want.
Yeah. This adjusts. Everything is adjustable.
So this is cool.
Yeah. This here. Hang on.
I'll do the. Oh, look at that.
What?
She's got a whole bunch of stuff here, that's all. And you can never have too many clamps.
Yeah, but these clamps are not the best ones to use on this. But being that I'm not really using too much, I'm not going to be using this for an extensive amount of time. I'm just...
Well, that's giving you grief.
Yeah, well, this is not the right clamp for this.
Whoa.
And thus begins the comedy of errors.
Let me get this. Let's go get this. Pick it up and put it back on the table. Look at that. Yay.
Magnetic lamps is what you use with this.
Oh.
"10 years later," it's going to be a while since I'll be able to get this clamp all the way closed.
I'm no longer holding it. There.
Okay, so I'm going to try this first.
Because it's fun. It's exciting. Ooh, flame on! Okay. You never oh no, it doesn't conduct the heat so much. It's aluminum.
Here it comes.
No, look at that, it's melting! It's like Melt Disney World! Whoa! Look at that! That was not expected.
That was not expected at all.
But look, we can do aluminum. Okay, we're not showing our welding skills, but our destructive abilities. Look at that. Whoa! This stuff is hot. Oh, look at that. It's like a puddle. Wow. So now we know that this actually gets hot enough. Okay. Now you're just going crazy with the heat. The table can take it. The table can take it. Wow.
We melted aluminum.
We melted aluminum. We have the power. Look at this. Wow. I did not expect that to happen.
Really?
No, I was looking for that rod to melt, not the aluminum that it was touching. We learned a valuable lesson today. How about that?
Let's see that. You're in my way.
I'm in your way. Go ahead, poke it with a stick. Poke it with a stick. I bet you it's not hot. I'll touch it.
You go ahead and touch it. Let's see what happens.
It's hot. It is definitely hot. I was wrong. I thought it wasn't hot because it was aluminum, but
what
it's hot.
makes you think that it wouldn't be hot?
Because when you take things out of the oven that are aluminum,
what?
when you take aluminum out of the oven, it gets cold really fast.
Which oven are you talking about? Have you put? Oh, I see. When you're cooking.
Yeah.
This is totally different process.
Apparently so.
Look at that.
So we have melted that. Are you going to try to cut that with a scissor?
Oh, are you kidding me?
Ooh, good scissors.
These are good scissors.
Okay, so do you want to get destructive with the propane, or have you satisfied your need for destruction?
Well, we can try to do the same thing with propane.
Okay.
Except that I need a lighter or something.
I think I burnt my finger. I'm trying to touch that because I thought it wasn't going to be hot.
No, sir, I don't have a lighter.
I can obtain a lighter. Here, hold this so I get a lighter and say witty things.
Oh, are we still recording?
Yeah, I can wait for a minute.
Okay. Yes, these are 2 solar panels. These 2 are going to be part of another project. I can't wait for this project. I have some solar cells that are part of another system that will light up. I have a shed. I'm going to light up the whole shed with these panels and lights inside the shed. I also will have 110 volts because I have a charge controller and I have AGM batteries, so I will be able to run everything off of it. And like always, here I have a CB over there. So let's see if I can just get a little bit more juice for these guys, like that.
Here we go, starting this up. Yay, it's going. Let's see what we can melt. Will it melt aluminum? This is propane. You can see the waves of heat coming off of it.
Not enough. Not enough heat
Not enough
out
heat.
of propane.
Nope.
To do anything to either one of these 2.
Nope, it's not doing much. So propane, not hot enough. Why is it still going? There we go. So our experiment clearly demonstrates that MAP will melt aluminum while propane will not. The stick welder will not do the aluminum either, but it will do steel.
No, wait.
Will it do aluminum?
If I have aluminum rods, it will do it.
Oh, will it?
Yeah.
Ah, so we need to get aluminum rods. So we can stick weld with aluminum rods. So basically we can do almost anything.
Yes.
But we don't need electricity for the MAP.
No.
Which is good because we can't run that in the house. We have to run it out here with the generator, which is fine. But in a pinch, we could break out the MAP and do what we need to do. So there we have. Well, we don't have a license for that. Don't you need to be certified?
I can get it.
I think that you should get it. That's okay. You want some of that?
No, I thought it was mine.
I got your cooties now. She touched my straw.
So that's the setup. That's the welding setup.
Which we do outside with the generator.
Yeah.
Because our house is old and doesn't have enough electricity. Which we will fix one day. But here we are. I'm under a gazebo too because it's hot here and the sun is like Super Mario Death Sun. So we have the gazebo.
We're talking somewhere around 100 degrees, 106, I believe.
I don't know, it's just hot. So, yes.
So that's it.
That's it. Don't forget to like us, subscribe, share, comment. We would totally dig it if you do.